a few weeks since I've actually seen you guys. So it'll be lovely to come together and just feel and see where you guys are at and get some perspective on what's been going on for you guys. So, Kelly, are you okay to come up, or do you want me to leave you till last? I'm mindful that you're an hour ahead of us. All right, just unmute yourself, hon.
Hey.
Hey. How you going?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Good.
I know you've had I've touched base with you, so I know that you've had a huge couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So first, give us a bit of a rundown and maybe what I'd like, I guess, Kel, to start with. Be mindful that we're working on the throat.
Yeah.
Hey, Lexi.
No, not talking. All right, I'll get my glasses on.
Is maybe if you can tell us some of the positive aspects that have happened for you, being mindful of the throat and expression and some changes that have gone on for you.
Yeah. So all of that would be communication with the girl's father.
Yeah.
And the way that we're communicating, and I guess just what I'm, yes, we're communicating well, but the more that I'm unpacking everything myself, the more effectively I can communicate with him and kind of go, well, actually, this is what the issue is, and not like we've always communicated, but I think now it's just a lot deeper. Just whatever. Let me talk.
I don't mind. I'll just put your camera up so your boob's not on the video, I guess. I don't mind if you feed though.
Yeah, so
we might get in trouble for pornography.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so like that's been really interesting this week with me exploring my like the way that I communicate, and then what the actual message is, and trying to work through that and kind of
So have you found that your communication has deepened?
Yes, but I found that if I'm able to, I guess, if I know what I want to communicate about,
yeah,
then that's where it's deepened.
Okay, perfect.
So we've always had good communication, and we've always been able to communicate like on a deep level, but it's almost like it's been surface stuff. Even though it's deep, it's just been surface stuff. Now that I'm identifying what the actual root of the problem is, it's just, it's kind of blown everything out of the water in a good way, that it's like, oh, hang on, this is the issue. So then we're communicating about that.
Yeah, perfect. So what I'm hearing you say is that peeling back some of the layers to go a bit deeper has allowed you to get more clarity on what you need and being able to express that so that you're getting a positive feedback on where your movement forward is.
Yeah.
Right.
Because previously I would just get, yep, that's all good. And, no movement. So, yeah.
That's really good, Kel. So it's important that each time we go through the chakras, that when you have stuff come up, you identify with the exercises that might relate to what's going on. So even though we're in the throat chakra, we might have base stuff happening, the family, the connection, the lack of. So it's important to balance both. You guys have enough knowledge now that when it comes in, you should be able to automatically go, oh, how am I feeling here? Or what, where's that going for me? And then just bring in a meditation or an oil and do it intuitively, because this course is guys stepping into trusting. It's not just a black and white tick and flick course. This is about you being empowered enough to trust. So Kelly, I know that you've been playing around with that stuff and you've contacted me when you've doubted. So we've thrown things back and forth and you've unpacked it yourself, where normally I would have to pinpoint and go A, B, C, D. Now all I have to do is reframe the question 3 or 4 times and you'll go, holy crap. So that's good. Do you see your progression there?
I do, yeah. And it's interesting that I've seen the progression in the conversations I've had with the girl's dad in the past week and gone, when we started, this is how we were talking. Now, this is how we're talking. And it's, I'm not getting him just agreeing with everything I'm saying now. I'm getting him actually wanting to converse and trying to break through that. So
great. Now, just one very quick, if there's a dip, so if Dave can't step into the space that you need him to 100% of the time because he's human, remember to keep your energy up, because what we do as human beings is we allow ourselves to fluctuate with the magnetic energy of other people. So because he's not staying up doesn't mean he's not listening or doing anything. It just means that he's human. Okay? Good work. I can feel that you feel different about it all. And I know how deep some of this stuff's gone. So I'm very proud of you. He's all right. I'm very proud of where you're at. Keep up with the work. Hi, Max. Hey, cheeky bum. Oh, hey, I shared food with you. I shared food with you yesterday. Bananas, eggy. Yep. Night. Right, Cal. Okay, Miss Melissa, you're looking there all smiley and brown. Would you like to unmute yourself, Missy? Can you do that? I can do it, but you got it.
Yeah, got me?
You're sitting in this beautiful, soft lighting.
Because I guess I've got the light to the side of me there.
It looks nice.
Ah, thank you.
How are you? How's your week?
Yeah, good. I don't feel like I'm sitting here listening to Kelly going, yeah, I don't feel like I've made that headways like that. I feel this week I've been a little bit, I don't know, blocked. I feel like I'm just, like I put on the page earlier, just this cranky bitch.
You need gratitude blend.
What was that? Grouchy pants. Yeah. I just have been really cranky.
What's your resistance? What do you feel the resistance is?
I'm butting heads with the kids.
Okay.
So I feel like I've gone from butting heads with the husband to butting heads with my kids. We're communicating quite well. And now I'm just, struggling with the communication with the kids. Mostly my youngest one. She's been very trying.
Is it a similar issue that you had with hubby, but just in a smaller, have you transferred it across is what I'm trying to ask?
No, I think it's just kids in general throwing just different challenges at you, and possibly me just being in a space of, you'll understand this, and I've been working with my homeopath, and I've actually had an aggravation to the remedy and didn't realise I was aggravating, and I kept taking it, so it's exacerbated it. And yeah, so I've just had this week from friggin' hell, and then gone, oh, hang on, that was an aggravation and that was really bad. Now I've exacerbated it by taking it longer, and everyone around me is like having to deal with me and my shit. So I think it's stemming from me, but also, yeah, just the typical parenting shit that you go on with your kids. And I'm sort of like, I should be communicating well because we're working on the throat chakra, and this last couple of weeks I should feel like I let myself down because I feel like I've gone the other way over the last 2 weeks rather than letting communication flow as it should. And yeah, so I'm putting pressure on myself to do better, but yeah, feeling like I'm going the other way.
Okay, so the first key point would be not to pressure yourself.
Yeah.
Because the more focus we have on a focal point, the more energy we exert.
You would bring to it.
So as much as that's hard, it's very important. And the other thing is you need to use it as a counterpoint. So what does that mean? It means that it is a focal point to propel you forward, not to keep you in the quicksand. So it's just a change in perspective around what she's mirroring. And
she's mirroring me.
Okay. So what parts of it agitate you? Just bang out some words.
Just defiance and not listening and the argumentative side of things and just all that, which is typical kid shit, but it seems to be so exacerbated. And because I'm not in my own usual relatively half patient, headspace at the moment, I'm just, I'm really feeling it, and I'm snapping where, I normally would be a little bit more patient.
Okay. So it's okay to be human and feel exhausted and be snappy. Yeah?
Yeah.
If that's okay. And if you've been on homeopathic remedies that have exacerbated, whether it's through detox and flaring up what we call a regression, or whether it's just because it's the wrong remedy, it's okay, yeah? It's not a forever thing. It's not a reflection on you. It can be looked at as a progression because we have to regress to progress, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because we have to detox, right? So when we're detoxing residue, whether it's energetic or whether it's a homeopathic detox, we always do a phase back that looks like regression.
Okay.
To come through, because if we don't filter back through it and it doesn't come up, we can't release it.
Yeah.
So it's important to look at it. And I know when I work with homeopathics, with mothers with children on the spectrum, they can have children that have come a long way and go on the detox phases to, help with behavioural stuff, and the behaviours are like 3 years prior.
Yeah.
Right there, bang, for a week or two until the body gets rid of the residue and the toxicity of the energy, and then they jump forward. So you've got to be patient with yourself, Mel, because you're doing this course, you're doing homeopathics, you are a mum, you're also working on relationships around communication chakra, and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
So
the exhaustion actually is the one thing I feel like I have balance with, because I've pulled back from work. I've found the balance with work. I'm putting it out there to try and attract a new job with different, so where I can be creative and stuff like that.
Not trying. You're creating a new job.
So, yes, I am creating a new job where I'm more true to myself.
Perfect.
So, that's been a main focus, to just constantly thank the universe for the job that is heading my way, because as much as I love, being able to support my family with the job that I have, and I'm very grateful to have a job, I would like a different one.
Perfect. So let me just throw something out there. I know that you want a physical job, but just remember you're also an advocate for the oils. And I don't know if you had a look at what I posted the other day, but Jessie Raymond's at the presidential, the rank that she's at is $119,000 a month.
That's crazy.
So I'm just putting that out there, Mel, and I'm not saying that you go and work your ass off like you did last time, but I'm saying be mindful about your posts and what's already under your nose. Yes, go do another job.
Yeah.
But always keep that wheel grinding there, because you will end up with a passive income. Especially down that middle leg, because it's starting to move a bit.
Yeah.
Just be mindful of that, just with posts and sharing and where you've come already. Just keep sharing that, because the more you build that passive income there, the less stressed you're going to be. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good reminder. Thanks.
Yeah, because it doesn't take much. Like, I'm a silver and I'm on a good passive income, and I just share the love and support my people under me. I don't work like the others work, and that will continue to grow because that's where I want it to go. Yeah,
true. I need to,
you
factor that into the...
Just be mindful of it, absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't have to say that this will be it, but factor it into your thought pattern, because that will keep the energy coming. And then if it becomes a great income for you, great. And if it doesn't, you get a new job, but at least if you hit the rank of around silver, you're going to have $2,000 coming in every month, minimal.
Yeah.
You know, you're not far off that anyway. So just be mindful. Just take some pressure off yourself.
Yes, okay.
So with your daughter,
I
suggest that you sit in your journal sometime in the next couple of days. Just write down some of the factors that trigger you into a negative pattern. Reflect that in what it reminds you in you.
Yeah.
And then feel into that a little bit more. And that might just release that energy. It could be just a little bit of a self-worth thing for you.
Yeah.
A challenge for you, whether it's been when you were a child you were told this, that and the other, or whether you've been challenged because of your behaviours, you know, or whether the behaviours she has set you into a period of your life that didn't feel okay. Just go into it a tiny bit deeper.
I think a lot of it probably stems from my control issues, because I you know, OCD personality, that sort of, you know, perfectionism, the control of, you know, my environment, which is obviously my children's environment. And when they're just being, you know, typical children that are also in control of their own little environments, I think that's probably where, that the struggle is.
Okay. So if you can view her as a little you, needing to have independence and control of herself, and just try and angle that 1 inch perspective on, okay, I actually get her now. You know, like we did when we chatted about you and hubby? Just slightly, because if she is your personality, then she's going to be a very determined, I'm doing this.
She so is.
Yeah. So you need to be okay with that, because you want her to be a beautiful little human that is in her power.
Yeah.
But it has to sit right with you. So just try and shift that perspective just a tiny bit and go, okay, how can I support her without me dropping myself? You know, how do I work this balance? What is she actually looking for? Why do I have a problem with that? Can we meet halfway? And just play around with that, because only you know your tolerance thresholds as well.
Yeah.
But see, that's communication. So you're still not communicating properly.
With myself or with her? Both. Yeah.
Yeah. So be honest with yourself about what you need, because that's what she needs.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And that might just go, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hadn't thought about it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, you know,
I'm writing all this down because I've got the worst memory and I'll forget what
that's from being busy. When we're busy, it's so, I'm the same, so cluttered, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, I've got to write it down. Otherwise, yeah. Okay, no, cool. That sits better.
The other thing too, Mel, is the good weeks that you've had, because you had some pretty doozy high weeks. Feel into them more and feel that addictive, drugged high.
Yeah.
Shift your energy back up and really intuitively choose some oils to help with that, because the oils will help to frequency wise, they'll help to balance the homeopathics if you pick them intuitively.
Yeah, okay.
Because they can null and void the frequency.
Yeah.
So homeopathic drops are just a frequency residue.
Yeah.
And the oils, if you pick intuitively on what you need, can make that sine wave, so balance, bang it out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. And see, I've been so slack with my oils, apart from the Melissa and, the elevation with trying to, but just, I just feel like I've gone through this week from hell where I've just not coped and forgotten all my strategies and forgotten to use all my tools and just be this crazy person.
So the big tip that I say to everyone, and I've had this conversation with Kelly a lot. I know, see, I mentor Kelly, I mentor Tracy. Oh, even Kat this week. So Kat's been good. She's been reaching out to me, and I said, what are you doing? Are you doing A, B, C, D, and E? No. Well, go and do it. Yeah, but just go do it and blah, blah, blah. So she's great because she's been stepping into it, but she probably wouldn't normally. Who's pretty good?
Whereas I didn't even reach out to you. I should have reached out to you and said, I'm struggling, but I didn't even do that.
Yes. Because what happens now, and we're all guilty of it, when we're struggling, we don't use our tools. And that is you have to push yourself to use them. It is the time that we need to. And it takes nothing, if you're sitting on the toilet doing a poo, to just sit and take some breaths,
Yeah.
or sit and just clear the mind. It
Yeah.
takes nothing when you're walking past your oils just to go, oh, bloody hell, and grab one and chuck it all over yourself.
Yeah.
So even in the midst of that chaos and frustration and that mood, just force yourself. You have to force yourself. As soon as you break that cycle, that energetic cycle, you'll propel forward.
Right.
When
you're doing it.
Because when you sit in it, you're feeding the energy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can feel that that's what's happened. I've been sucked into this vortex and I'm just, I've got to snap myself out of it.
Yeah, so your tools will do that, So if you can't do that and you're finding that it's cleaning, right, and you're at work because you have to be at work, and what I do is I take an oil with me to work. I intuitively used to pick one and I would cleanse energetically me and the house with what I needed. So one day I took to work cypress and lang lang, and when I unpacked that in my emotions book, it was to cut through some family ties and bullshit. And I was going through a fair bit then with Daniel wanting to leave and going to state. And I was just like, oh my God. So I was cleaning, but cleansing.
Yeah.
Because I was smart enough to just grab something. So I was at work, it's Monday and I had to be there, but I used the oils in what I was doing so that it just naturally cleared me. And then after I finished cleaning, I made some space to sit on the grass outside my boss's house who I was cleaning and just took a 5-minute breath meditation. So that is when you do really need to be creative in how you're going to bring your tools in.
Yeah.
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 Don't rip yourself off.
I know, and that's it. I've got all these things, but you just, I don't know. Yeah, just go into this slump and forget.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we know they work. And
that's exactly right. So you kick yourself when you finally do pick up the oils and use them and come out of that slump. You go, well, why the fuck didn't I do that a week ago?
Yes.
Sorry.
true.
Most people who don't swear.
And even reaching out, you know, so this week you're due for another mentoring session, so I'm going to put that link in the page anyway. Okay. But yeah, reach out. If you don't feel like talking, you just punch a message through and go, I feel really fucked up this week. Like that's what Kelly will message me and go, fuck me, Tan. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'll go, do we need to chat? And she'll go, oh, yes, please. You know, so just do
Whereas
that.
I'm my worst enemy. When I've got shit going on, I rarely reach out to people. It's just, that's one of the things that I need to learn how to do. Or just not learn how to do, but just do it. I know that I've got all these people that can support me, and I know that I always feel better for offloading, but I just tend to not do it. I just bottle shit up, and that's not cool.
Because reaching out now could be just having a cuppa and just allowing, not voicing anything. If it's too hard for you to go into what's going on, then just having a cuppa with someone that you know respects and loves you is enough to let you download and breathe.
Yeah, true.
Drive yourself somewhere to someone that you like and go, hey, I'm here for a cuppa.
Yeah.
And just, you know, force yourself into situations that you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, true. And I guess I have done that this week already. I've had 2 catch-ups with people that I haven't seen for a while, and I've actually had free time to do it. The universe has opened up pockets that I've gone, right, I'm coming to see you today. So I've already done that without realising what I was actually doing. So, yeah, that's good.
That is really good. So, see, the universe has always got your back. And I know that people get put off when I talk about God, but for me, God is source. Source is energy. Yeah. When you open up to God or that realm of spirituality, He always has your back. Always. Yeah. Not ifs, buts, maybes. Yeah. So you will see that come into fruition in your life. It's whether we see the signpost and go, oh yeah, okay, cool. Or we still play the poor me. So that choice is only ours to make.
Yes.
But, you know, don't be too hard on yourself, because at the end of the day, you always do the best that you can in the space that you're in.
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, darling.
No, perfect. Perfect for sharing. Thank you for opening up.
Yes, no worries.
All right, Mel.
Thank you.
Katrina, did you want to pop up? Hang on, I can unmute on here. I think. Oh, maybe I can't. Here we go.
Oh, yes.
Hello.
Hello, hang on. Can I?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, can you? Yes, I can.
I unmuted you.
That's very clever.
Well, I can't do it on the phone or an iPad, but I can do it on the computer. So while I was away, I couldn't do it.
Oh, very cool. I've had a huge week.
You have.
Too. It's hard going. Really hard. It's never ending either. Like, it's never ending. My dad rang the other day. You know, same old, same old.
Yeah.
No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now I can. I don't know what happened before.
It's just glitching. So, Kat, with what's been going on with you, because I'll share a tiny bit, you've had a lot of family stuff that keeps sort of being shoved in your face, stuff that doesn't resonating with you. But with that, if we take out all of the negatives, can you tell us some of the realizations that you've had? Because you've had some real light bulb moments with in regards to the pain and what it's related to emotionally and what's been popping up physically when those booms come in from your family. So can you share a little bit of your awareness now around some of those triggers for the girls?
Oh, I looked up the Louise Hayes book, I don't know, yesterday, day before, whatever it was. I was talking to Tanya, and I've got like so much jaw pain. I've got really prickly, itchy skin. I'm in pain everywhere. So I started looking up all these things, and I'm like swearing, going, "Oh my fucking God, this is." It's all related back to the family. It's all related to boundaries or to not being heard, or trying to let go of things, or being pulled into drama that's really not my stuff. And it's really challenging because it's my mum and dad, or particularly my dad, and I've always grown up, you know, you honour and you respect your parents, and I want to do that. But at the same time, they're so manipulative and so controlling and really quite toxic, which I say and I go, oh my gosh, that is so awful. And in a really, really bad day last week, I'm just like, I just wish they were dead. And then I don't have to deal with it, and then I'm free. And I know that sounds really awful. And I mean, I kind of laugh now, and then, but I also go, oh my God, that sounds so, so bad. And that's a desperation of going, I tried everything, and you know, the other day I rung, my mum has a go at me, I ring her, and then she hangs up on me because the phone's bleeping. So she hangs up to answer the other call, and she doesn't ring back. And it's just, yeah, and everything that was in the Louise Hayes book was spot on. And I am still struggling with it. You know, my dad rang today, and straight away I've got this massive pain. Like, I took myself up to the hospital last week. I was in so much pain. I actually thought, if I try and sleep this pain off and try and just relax and rest, I'm just going to, like, my head's going to burst open. My kids are going to come home and their mother's going to be dead or have a stroke. That's how much fear and anxiety I had with the vice locking pain in my head. It was incredible, and I was so agitated. So yeah, it's been a huge 2 weeks. The pain hasn't gone. Like the spot it was on is not like it was, but the pain is still there.
Yeah.
And it is worse after the phone calls, because I noticed it today.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything today because my dad was going to visit. So, you know, I don't book anything or do anything because I'm like, oh, I have to get the train. And then, you know, by the time I'm not hearing it, I'm thinking, he's not coming. He's not coming. And sure enough, an hour later, he rang and he's not coming. But I'm on the phone again, and he's telling me the same stories. And I got off the phone, and the pain in my head was incredible.
Yes. So as much as that's terrible, the fact that you have joined the dots is so perfect, because that's what starts freeing you up from being chained. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instantaneously now you go, phone call off, oh my God, prickly heat from my mother, oh, Louise Hayes, oh my God, you know, off the phone to dad, pumping headache, fibromyalgia, Louise Hayes, oh my God. So the fact that you have connected that is your ticket to freedom. Yeah. It's not going to be you who goes straight to go, past go, because you still, I know, right? You still have to assimilate it all. But the fact that you have got to that point, Trina, and I know your story because, you know, you and I have been connected for a few years. It's huge. Yeah. You've made huge progression. And I'm going to speak out of school a bit because, once again, I've supported Kelly for many years. Kelly has had that same ongoing bullshit for 3 or 4 years, right? Where her physical body is such a mess. She has every autoimmune dysfunction you could tick off the list, right? But Kelly now too is like you, where she now goes, oh my God, this is connected here. This is a creation of me, my mind. My body is responding to where I'm stuck. You can go through that, and you're already doing that. And the fact that you are doing that is just amazing. And, you know, you've reached out to me this week and you've chatted, and I've given you instructional stuff which makes it painful, physically painful, but you've done it. And the fact that you've done that means that you're shifting old patterns, old residue, and old energy. I know that hasn't released your pain, but it's getting bullshit that's not yours.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the lying down yoga one because it sets off the vertigo. Like, I don't want to do it.
I know.
I'll just do it a little bit, because a little bit is better than none. Then the next time I'll do a little bit more. A little bit more, because I've got to look at the time of the day that I'm doing it. If it's not the same time, I've got to work out, I've got to get to school, or I've got to be obviously awake and functional when they get home, because there's after school stuff to do. So I do time it on how much recovery time I've got so that I'm functional, because I'm quite not functional a lot lately.
Yeah. So we'll keep working so we can shift that,
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is perfect, and you keep stepping up, and that is just amazing, Kat. And the fact that you're backing yourself means that you will shift through it, okay? Because God's got your back, no matter what you think and no matter how you feel some days. Source is always there, and the fact that you're committing to yourself means you will move forward. There's no ifs, buts, maybes about that. The time frame's up to you. And Kelly and I have had this discussion a lot, because and sorry, Kel, but Kel would play the poor me a lot a few years ago, a lot. And I would say, why are you pulling that card again? What are you getting out of that? You know? And she knows now, and she owns it now. And then she'll go, oh my God. And she's through it, and you will learn that, but only you will time that.
Yeah.
One day you'll go, I've had enough of this shit, and you'll just go bang. No, you will. Been there, done that. And you can do that with love to your parents. As much as you feel how you feel with them, it can still be done in love and respect, because you are not them.
Yeah. And that's probably it really is my biggest struggle, is because my dad he's now talking suicidally again more than he has for a while, and we've been down this track, and I do think it's all talk, but you just don't know. So he's starving again, so part of me wants to go, I'm just going to take like 6 months off talking to them and go, I really need to get better, and I can't do that with what goes on.
Yes.
But I the fear of, well, what if he does something during that time? Last time my dad took off, my mum did nothing for hours. She called a friend and they sat and had a cup of tea. And when I finally found out, 5 hours later, the friends are there, I'm like, have you gone down to the garage? Have you gone to the rumpus room? Have you gone under the awning outside? She had not moved. She had not looked. And I'm like, really? Like, I'm 2 hours away. I can't just come and look for you. Like, so it does hang over my head. But I also know that if someone's going to and they want to, then they're going to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's out of my control.
So maybe you and I can have a conversation around some boundaries, so that you're not feeling like it's hanging over your head, and the boundaries are set and they're your boundaries, not theirs.
Yeah.
When they overstep it, it's like, no, sorry, my phone's off right now. But
Yeah.
you still allow contact, but it's you take the power back. So maybe we'll have a conversation about that.
Yeah, because I've tried, and so many of these things I've tried over the years, and obviously there's a part of it that I've missed or I haven't got the concept of yet, because I'm still here and I'm still going around this mountain again. I'm still learning this damn lesson that I know the theory of quite well, most of it, I think.
Yeah. But
So
do you see that you are not the person you were a year ago? Do you feel that?
That's definitely true too.
Good.
I'm certainly a lot stronger person than I was, and I'm better able to verbalize the things. And I'm quite, particularly with my mum and dad now, I'm quite out there. I just say what needs to be said.
Good.
Much to my mother's disgust, I think. But I do. I stand in my truth, and I've been doing that for some time. But
awesome.
Obviously, the emotional side of the stuff is where I'm stuck.
Yeah, and it's just
in that bound,
it's just a pattern.
Creating that boundaries, that emotional,
yeah.
So to break the pattern,
we can
change the pattern.
It's just energy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't say that out of disrespect for you, but it is just energy, and it's changeable. So you're already aware of it, and that's the biggest step. Your realizations in the last 2 weeks with your connection to your mental, emotional, physical, and your parents is an awesome big high five. Like, seriously, you don't know how to do that. It's amazing. So well done.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job, Kat. You hang in there, hey? There's all of us there for support. And like I said, Kelly's been there well and truly a lot. So, as we all have, but just reach out, okay?
Yeah. That is a tough one. I don't often reach out, so to have done it is...
Good vote.
Yeah, when I went to the hospital on Tuesday last week, because I was in a state, I'm like, you need to understand that the fact that I've come here in so much pain actually is quite significant, because I don't do this. And then she brushed me off, the damn doctor.
Oh, look, good on you for going, but yeah, we're all here, and thank you for reaching out to me. You girls are never a burden. When people need to be heard, that I'm here. I'm hearing you, yeah? Don't ever feel you're on your own, ever.
I'm getting used to that concept.
Well, with me in your life, you should, yeah?
I know, it's taken, I don't know, however long, but a long time.
Yeah, it's good. And you're in a safe space, so thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Poo. Our little friend Poo. Hey, Trace.
Hi, Tan.
How you going?
Yeah, not too bad.
Why did you hesitate?
Yeah, well, the last 2 weeks has been, for me, it's been probably a bit of a roller coaster, but happy to say, as in my roller coasters now can go up, and when they come down, they don't go as far as what they used to.
Right.
If yeah. Just some little funny things going on. Yeah, what can I say? Throat chakra. What a blast.
Here you were worried about the heart.
Yeah, no, still working with that, but the throat chakra in itself, when we started doing that, I just got a fairly quite substantially painful sore throat for the first couple of days. Yeah. Then got this annoying little cough, and then it sort of subsided. But yeah, it did come back in the week. I did notice the back, I think it would be T1 and T2.
Yeah.
just below the back of your neck, an old blockage come up there, because even when I got a treatment from Vic, she goes, what's this bloody old thing sitting here? So that kind of made me a bit cranky. I had to go up the shed and pummel the crap out of the punching bag. So
You're funny.
well, it's helped, I must admit. When I used to get those flashes of anger and stuff when I was in the last 2 years working on my health and stuff, the punching bag was really good.
Yeah, great expression.
Yeah, not that I wanted to go and punch someone in the head or punch someone in the face. It's just that's how I got rid of the anger. It was red hot.
So movement, for all of you, movement is a way to shift energy. And it doesn't matter what the movement is. It can be Tai Chi, Qigong, it can be aggressive, like punching, running, but any kind of movement. So whenever you're feeling that stagnation, even if you're just dancing around, however you feel, whatever feels like coming. So yeah, boxing is very good if you have, so Katrina, when you have anger blockage, superb.
Yeah, no, it's been really helpful. Actually, have been doing a lot of stuff outside more than what I normally do, because I'm now finding being at work behind a computer for half the day.
Oh yeah.
In reception is not what I'm used to. I'm used to being outside all day, every day. So I need to have that outlet. If I don't, that's the word stagnant comes to mind, is how I feel when I come home.
Absolutely.
But with the things working on the throat chakra, these three things here that I'm showing you have been my favourite little tools for the last 2 weeks.
So it was that vetiver?
No, that's wild orange.
Oh, nice.
Wild orange moves blood and chi. So if you have a painful spot in your body, give it a bit of a rub or give it a bit of a scrape and then put wild orange on it. It helps move blood, stagnant blood. So
okay, wait.
Okay.
Post that stuff on my oily page and on the Soulful Connections pages. It doesn't have to be in depth, but just quick post, because we need to share this shit, yeah?
Yeah.
Normal people don't think outside the box.
Well, I've only got a tiny little bit left of that. I've used in 2 weeks nearly the whole bottle.
Perfect.
For blood movement and chi, it's my go-to oil, and I absolutely love it. Love it for that sort of thing.
Okay, so Melissa, Kel, and Kat, that's probably a good point for you to take on with wild orange, because the chi is the energetic stagnation that you can shift.
Especially with the neck and what we're doing, Tan. What I've noticed is, because we're working from the base chakra up, so all the energies are coming up the body, and then they're coming over. For me, they're just getting stuck right at my neck. It's like a bottleneck, like a highway, and it's all just cramming in there. And there's been aching, crunching, like popcorn sounds, all that sort of stuff. So good old my gua sha. For scraping the skin. If you don't have a gua sha, you can just use a plastic soup spoon, the edge, and scrape down, and then put some wild orange on it, and it relieves it. It's wonderful.
You can use smooth stones, pebbles, if you've got thin pebbles.
Exactly.
Timber, anything natural. Good point, Trace. So once again, probably the fibromyalgia girls, you girls can probably start doing some scraping, and there's nothing in it, is there? Literally just like you're scratching your skin off, pretty much.
Yes. Yeah. No.
And what about jade roller? Show us that.
Jade roller. You roll on your skin if you've got lots of heat build up. Jade is cooling, and it takes the heat out of your skin. Like I say, when I get a bit cranky and have a bit of a temper tantrum, I just roll my neck with the jade roller, and it's good. These are the lucky tools that I'm able to get from work. But you can get them on eBay. You can get them on Etsy and all those cheap little sites and stuff.
If you girls have jade already, in form of a crystal.
Jade is fantastic.
And it's a smooth crystal. You could gua sha with a smooth jade crystal as well and get a similar effect. Probably not as pinpointed, but these are little tools that you can add to. Can you post that shit up, please, miss?
Yeah, I'll post that shit up.
What works for you?
Yes. Oh, look, I find it, seriously, I find it amazing.
Thank you.
And as the girls say, especially the girls with fibromyalgia, I just had a tiny touch of that, and that was freaking painful enough without it being full on. I was like, shit. So that's why I use those, but I find the wild orange. Annie made me a pain mix as well. I think it has lavender, and it had something else in it. I also use that sometimes.
Yeah, cool.
But I find the wild orange is better.
So in that, the yoga post, there's oils
they
in
would
there for the chakra too. So they're the things that you girls have to remember to bring in. I post them for tools for you guys, yeah?
But with the throat chakra and dealing with other people while this has been going on has been pretty good. I don't seem to have run into any major issues with anyone. If anything, we have a really beautiful patient that comes in, and she's younger than me, and she was just a little bit tired, but always really cranky, a cranky person, an angry person, and not knowing how to deal with her shit, her family, all that stuff. Well, she collapsed the other day and has been diagnosed with cardiomyopathy. She might not survive now, and I'm deeply saddened by this. And it's just woken me up to the fact that, oh my God, I'm not putting up with anyone's shit anymore. I'm going to be happy because I want to be happy. It's no one else's business what I'm doing. It's brought up all this stuff, very emotional stuff. But you know, I really feel for her. But like the one thing in traditional Chinese medicine and all the other traditions, wisdom traditions as they call them, cardiomyopathy is dying from the inside.
Yeah.
Seriously, don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just think, oh my God, sort your shit out, girl. You got to be happy. You got to be happy in here. You don't want to create something like that. I'm just floored by that, because she's just a normal person coming into the clinic with just issues, family issues, anger, you know, a little bit of anger issues and a bit of tiredness and pain and stuff like that. And now it's gone to this. So I'm taken back by that.
Yeah, look, and thank you for sharing that, because we do have to realize that our bodies are living organisms that are energetic, vibrational molecules. So anything that is inside us that we are not vibrating with in integrity and love creates disease, and that disease comes out in autoimmune dysfunctions, headaches, all of your physical stuff, aches, pains, sinus, anything that you are suffering from is because your body is not in homeostasis.
Yes.
So that's a big point. Thank you for sharing that, Trace, because we take it for granted. Our body,
I do it all the time, and then I see something like that and I'm just like, holy shit, get it together, girl.
Yeah.
You know? And I want to do all the things that I want to do. And I'm not letting anyone say to me anymore, you know, you're too old for that, or grow up, act your age, all that crap. I'm over that crap.
Yeah, good.
So don't worry about that anymore.
Yay. No. Thank you.
But other than that, it's been, like I said, there's been a bit of up and down, but it's not down, and everything's really good.
And there is always, we need the yin and yang, we need the light and dark. We have to have aspects of that for us to be able to look at our genius and our lessons and move forward. Without those other shades, we cannot be honest with who we are, because there would be no, well, there's no residue, there's no resistance. Without resistance, we can't be the best version of ourselves. So Yeah. Thank you. And when it's,
That's okay. And I did want to say, because you knew my mum and dad, right? For the other girls, I don't have parents anymore. My parents passed away. But I had a fantastic relationship with my mother. The best, I couldn't ask for anything better. It was fantastic. But with my dad, no. At first, my dad was negative and sometimes a little racist. In that mindset where you had to have a job 5 days a week and you had to, you know, work from 9 till 5 and to be a member of society and all this crap. And I used to hate going home. But I always used to have an opinion of him before I used to even get in the door. It was like, oh, I have to go and deal with that fucking asshole again and all this sort of shit. And then one day out of the blue, I decided to change. When I started pulling up in the car, I used to say to myself, yep, there's my loving dad. And that's all I used to say was, there's my loving dad. And I used to do it every time. He changed. The space around him changed. I allowed it to change by not having a negative opinion of him or his beliefs anymore. I accepted him for who he was. But I tell you what, it was freaking difficult at first. But then once it did, it was amazing. And I seriously did not think a negative person like my dad used to be could ever change. And he did. So I just want to tell the girls that, you know, don't be disheartened by family stuff, because I dealt with it years ago and it did change. And as 10, because 10 knew my parents.
Yeah. And look, and I'm the same. I didn't have a very good relationship with my mother. And, you know, when I lived away, told myself that I would send her a card once a fortnight. And I would force myself to write nice things in it, even though she pissed me off to the fucking hilt. And I mean, she drove me nuts. At the age of 6, I chased her around the house with a hockey stick, and if I hadn't caught her, she wouldn't have had a head left on her shoulders. That's how much she annoyed me, right? And I had to work long and hard to have a relationship with my mother, but I was the same. I made it a point to create a different version of her for me, and she stepped into that, you know, and we still had our little... Yes, I think. Thanks, Trace, you know, for bringing that up. And we all will never have a perfect relationship with our parents, but we can change the situation and put boundaries in place that work for us.
Absolutely.
So thanks, Trace. And yeah, your dad was a little bit of an arrogant so for a little while, and then he was this little cute cuddly bear. Nice. Well done.
All right.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Love you.
You're funny.
You're funny. All right. Mute. Okay. So this week, very exciting, because like Tracy said, we are shifting energy up. So sometimes the throat chakra will feel quite heavy. Yeah. Because we've started to bring it up, and it is a bit of a bottleneck through here. The expression of the throat is the hardest chakra and hardest part of life to work with, because it's when we have to speak the integrity of our truth. And we don't actually know what that is a lot of the time, because we've been taught that we're meant to have certain feelings and be a certain way. So this week we move up into the third eye, and it is all about extraordinary intellect, yeah? So, Kat, I'm hoping that the movement of this, and with your headache, it's actually going to start, it's going to be like a little pressure valve now, because as we keep moving up, we're going to be able to release and have this energy so it's flowing rather than being blocked. So it's about wisdom. Our third eye, it's about spiritual insight, and you can look at that in whichever way you want. It can be spirituality in the hippie version, or it can be that source and God sense of spirituality. But it's about insight, and it's about knowing that it's available to each of us. I know that in the Bible they say that God has certain messengers and there's certain healers, and that people were given a gift. I believe that that profound potential is in every single human being. And Jesus actually voiced that. He voiced that he was not the only one, that what was available to everyone. So it's the sixth of the 7 chakras, all right? So it's the brow chakra, and it's known as Anya. It governs all of our intellectual stuff, so our creativity to think clear, yeah, to have visions, to grasp the bigger picture. So this is where it all starts to come into articulation. So we've moved all this stuff, we've had these awarenesses, we know what's going on, we're starting to see where our triggers are. Now we're going to expand into the big picture. It's almost like this, oh my God. Sometimes that could be, wow, I'm in this evolutionary space where I'm the fucking Messiah. I've been born here. Or you know, oh my God, you know, my vision, my worth is to be here, you know. So we have these epiphanies on what our purpose is in life when we start working on this chakra. And you will see that there'll be people drawn to you, and you'll be having these realizations of, wow, I'm really good at that. You know, I have this knack of being, you know, this energy magnet to bring people down. So you'll start stepping into your spiritual worth, which is really exciting, right? Very exciting. So you don't have to be a healer to work energetically, okay? And especially not with this chakra. All you need to do is to be open with knowing that you can connect to spiritual source. It is our birthright, absolutely. Oh, Mel, you've had headaches as well. Okay, cool. So this should help alleviate, I'm thinking. I'll look at this. Rudy, Tootie. Lexi's done we've got a streak on the field. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, so what happens is when we start working with this, we'll start to really shift and develop intuition. So I need you this week to sit in silence every now and then and give yourself the time to listen to what's coming in. Yeah, and this is where we'll use our journals a lot, because it might be 5 minutes, Mel. You might have just finished cleaning a house. You might be sitting in the car, crank the aircon, and just sit and allow stuff to stream in. If you've got a hunch and a gut feeling, step into it. Yeah, intuition. I want you to start trusting more. There'll be a lot of, I guess, perceived influences that will come in and challenge. So if you have people that you do look up to, it might be parents, it could be partners, it could be some kind of mentor or guru. Sometimes you might feel that what you're hearing can be a bit challenging. This is the time where you sort out what's right for you. And that can even be something that I've said or I present. This chakra is about having a strong, healthy, balanced opinion of your own spirituality, however that looks. So for Kat, you having religious struggles, this will be where you will bring in what you know is going to work for you. And if that's not being in that old religious banner, and you're having this nice blend of hippie and religion, which is what I do, then this is where you're going to sit, yeah, and feel into. So this is what this chakra is about. Those of us that have more of a hippie influence, so for me, for instance, I've just spent 3 weeks in New Zealand with my brother who's a priest, a pastor, and so is his wife. So I've gone the opposite. I'm very hippie, almost kind of, you know, God botherers, but I'm allowing that changeover, and I'm allowing the connections. I'm listening to this, and Katrina knows because I've had a conversation, this new age worship Christian music, and looking at that in retrospect to the mantra music that I've been listening to, because mantra, the Hindu mantra, is the same. It's prayer. Yeah. So when you unpack Diva Pramal and some of their Hindu singing, it's just prayer. So this Christian worship music is the same thing. So I'm trying to meet here so that I don't have a judgment on singing about Jesus and God being my savior, as opposed to, Om Mani Padme Om. So we're going to start blending, and I've already been challenged with those things, and it's been a beautiful eye-opener for me, because all is one. There's only one banner, yeah? So I have very much grounded, knowing that we're coming into here where my spirituality is. And that is not judging either the God side or the hippie side. So this is where you're going to start, and you might find that you're going to dream a bit more. The universe is going to start bringing in more intel, because we're going to start connecting differently. So maybe keep your journal beside you, so when you wake up, even if it's just a few words that you remember, just bang them out. It doesn't need to make sense, but at some point you might be able to use it in a meditation or something for healing. So one of the, I guess, affirmations that is big for the third eye is, may your wisdom serve others. May your insights bring you new levels of spirituality. May you understand your true essence, and may you see clearly in every way. So that's what the third eye is about. This eye here is an added bonus to our two physical eyes. So this eye here is what gives us balance in every aspect of our life. So we have physical eyes and we have a spiritual eye. So it's a very subtle movement, but you will notice that you will probably feel a little bit different. Those of you struggling this week, I need you to reach out. If it's just, like I said to you, Mel, one time, I think when we were cleaning, if you're really struggling really badly, just message me a fuck or a hell or a bloody hell, something, so that I know that if I haven't got time right now, I can at least send you energy or, a thought, something. But don't do this on your own. That's what this is for. On the page, just say, you know what, girls, I'm struggling this week. This is what's going on. Sometimes we just want to know that someone is listening. Okay? Oh, Katrina's just... Can you not use the chat box, Kat? Okay. You've had a week of weird dreams. You need to start writing them. It's because we're shifting into the next chakra. Your body and spirit already knows what we're doing. So start writing. And don't overanalyze the weirdness, okay? Don't ever go, oh my God, that is so wrong and I can't even voice that, because there's always something behind it. Yeah, so just start writing them, and you might step into the weirdness. It might be something that you might enjoy at some point. Okay, we're 12 past 9. What I would love you girls to do is I'm just going to do a really quick grounding meditation, because we've shifted a lot of energy. I can see Kel's asleep. She drove back from Queensland. Hi, Kel. To Sydney in the middle of the night last night, and I was messaging her and telling her to stop messaging me because she needed to be safe. She did reassure me she was pulled over at Kempsey while she was texting. But we'll do a really, really quick meditation just so that you girls can ground down. I'm actually going to put some music on if I can do this. Let me see how I go. I want to YouTube. All right, let's have a look at this. So you guys get comfortable, and I'll get some music up, and we'll go from there. So just take the time to sit. If some of you go to sleep, that's okay. I'll end the meeting and you can just roll over. Kelly, actually, you better make sure your daughter's got a nappy on her. She might pee on you. All right. So just where you are, I want you guys to take a few deep breaths. So I want you to come out of a normal rhythmic breath into long, deep breaths. I want you to do 4 really deep, beautiful breaths. And while you're sitting there in your space, I want you to listen to the music. I want you to zone out. Take
Can you feel
the time right here and now. To just tune into our Mother Earth. I want you to feel her energy. Feel the sacred ground of our Mother Earth. Who's always here to support us. Just breathe into her. She's birthing a new energy at this point in time, and we are all her birth partners, supporting her, supporting each other.
Feel the blessings on your feet. The time they touch the earth.
Take the time to feel her when
But
you're walking.
I also feel her cry. And it saddens my heart. This world's going much too fast.
Slow down.
Can't keep up with that.
Take a breath.
Need to slow.
And feel the rhythm of our Mother Earth.
Please
Remember that she's alive.
Please remember that she breathes. Oh, just like us. Oh, just like us.
We are worthy of time. We are worthy of space. We are the masters of our own destiny. Our life is our choice. So take the time for you. Make the time for you.
She needs her head to the beat. And her first to the home. She needs her water to be clear. It's like a temple. Thousands of
Remember that your body is a temple. It needs to be loved and nurtured.
Please remember that she breathes.
We need to be conscious of the energy that we give ourselves.
Oh, just like
We need to be conscious of the food and the water we give ourselves.
Can you feel her?
We need to be conscious of the relationships that we have. We need to be the masters of our life.
She is around.
Sharing the sacred crown with our mother, with our sisters, with our partners, with our family, with our children. Joining hands and allowing the energy to create and support the very existence of who we are. And as you sit here or lay where you are, take the time to feel the ground beneath you. Feel the mother. Feel her as she pulsates. Connect yourself. Connect your energy. Take 2 really deep, long breaths. Drawing in through your nose, expanding your chest. Allowing yourself to breathe. Letting go. When you breathe out, let go of all of the energy that no longer serves you. And as you sit there, feel yourself back here. Feel yourself grounded. Feel yourself in the room. Feel your body. Allow yourself to walk forth this week, committing to you, committing to your worth, committing to humanity, committing to Mother Earth. When you're ready, have a stretch. Open your eyes. Awesome. So, my beautiful ladies, those of you that are still left here and not asleep, I've unmuted you all. Thank you so much for your shares. And I know that we go over time when we share, but some weeks it's just really important that you guys articulate what you need to. And anything that you feel's left, any residue that you might feel you haven't quite expressed, please, if you're not comfortable putting on the page, then express it to me. But anything that comes up needs to come out. We're not stuffing it back down anymore. Yeah, we're beautiful, enlightened human beings on a path with genius under our belt. We need to step into the light. We need to step into who we are and be empowered. Yeah, that's what life's about being empowered. Gone are the days that we put up with bullshit. You know, that's happened. God knows, Noah's Ark. That's we need to be empowered. So I'm just going to end the recording